Hey guys, happy Monday. Somebody asked me to go over some of the homework questions that we're doing today's lesson. So I'm going to load this one up, and there's two of them here. So we'll do this one first, solving similar basic triangles. And basically, it's all about proportions. You have these two triangles. They are proportional, and they tell us what sides match up. So now to try to do this, I'm going to try to draw a little bit. Forgive me if my handwriting on this gets a little sloppy, but because I try to use a device here, my little tablet thing, and I'm left-handed, which is bad enough, and then I'm also not great at using this because I haven't practiced with it a lot. So, okay, so X is in the same spot as P. So side X goes with YZ, and side P goes with it. So these sides would be proportional. Now what I'm interested in is N. So N goes with the side that's across from Q, which is Y. So Y goes with this, and Q goes with N. So if you're talking about proportion, what you're going to say is you're going to say N over, and that's because it's across from Q, 30 equals. Now, all right, R is across from the 28, and Z is across from the 35. Now, the big thing is keep the triangles in the same place. So little triangle is on top. So over here, we're going to put 28. And then here, the Z is over the 35. So what you're matching, you're creating ratios. They have to reduce to give you the same thing. Now, you can choose to do this however you want. I'm going to reduce this because it's going to make my life easier. Both those numbers are divisible by 7. This goes down to 4/5. So now you can multiply. Again, we've talked about how to get rid of fractions. You multiply both sides by the denominator. This is a little easier. I realized that in order to turn this side into this side, I have to multiply the 5 times 6. So that means I also have to multiply the 4 times 6. So the answer to this question is going to be 24. So let's go back here, put in 24, and then move my picture up here, let me say. And then we'll check. Okay, that one's correct. So now we're going to try again. All right, so let's move it up as high as I can. Same thing goes. We're just going to create a new little, I'm going to do a little snipping here so I got some room to draw. All right, so here we go. So again, what are we talking about comparing here? Well, again, remember, X goes with A, Y goes with B, Z goes with C. Those are the angles that match. So the sides across from those angles that match. So what we're interested in is what's across from C. So in the top of our fraction, we're going to have K. We're going to put it over something. It's across from C. Well, C goes with Z. So what is across from Z? That would be 7. So on the bottom here goes 7 equals. Now, we've got all the other sides, so we can do this however we like. Let's pick Y. Okay, B is across, B and Y are in the same spots. So B is across from 4.5. So over here on top, I'm going to put 4.5. And then Y is across from 3. So I'm going to put 3 here on the bottom. And now again, if you want to do the thing that we've learned about how to get rid of fractions, is we're going to multiply this whole thing by 3 times 7. So when this gets multiplied, the 7's cancel, and you get 3K equals. When you multiply these, the 3's cancel, and you get 7 times 4.5. And what is that? If you don't know, I'm going to grab my calculator just to make sure I don't make a simple mistake. So 7 times 4.5 is 31.5. So this equals 31.5. And then we're just going to divide by 3. What are you going to get? 10.5, I think, when we divide that. So 10, yep, I think that's right. So now we'll go double check my work. We think the answer is 10.5. All right, try another one. Same basic setup again. So again, here we go. I'm going to make a new copy so I have some way to draw, some way to be able to draw for you. All right, so again, what we're interested in here is P, which is across from E. So when we talk about the top of our fraction, that's going to be a P. That's the thing we're looking for. Now, E is across from P, and E matches with G. So G is across from 12. So right here, we're going to put a 12 equals. Now, again, we've got all the other sides, so you can pick whichever ones you want. We'll go with 8. We'll go with F here. F is across from 32. So we're going to come up here and we're going to say, all right, so 32 goes on top. That's with F. Now, in this triangle, F goes with H. So this number right here should be 24. Now, there's lots of ways to do this. We can talk about how we did it. For me, this one's pretty straightforward because this is clearly half. So we're cutting this in half. The ratio of these two is clearly 2 to 1. So P is simply going to be 16. All right, last one. Again, one more time. Let's snip this out a little bit so I got some places to write. All right, again, we're looking for P. And so we're going to start out, we're going to say, all right, P is on the top of my fraction. P is across from Z down here. P is across from Z. Z is the same as C. That's what they tell us when they're similar. So C, so the bottom number here is going to be 24. I'm going to set that equal to something. All right, now again, we know all the sides. It doesn't really matter, so I'm going to use the nice one. Y is across from 20. So right up here on top, I'm going to put 20 because that's the triangle we were dealing with. Everything stays on top. And then Y goes with B. So B goes with 16. So right here, I'm going to put 16. Now, this one's a little harder to do because, again, there's no easy multiplier to turn the 16 into 24. However, this one does reduce. Those are all divisible. Both these are divisible by 4. So this goes down to 5/4. And again, this now becomes quite easy. It's not like the one with the decimal. I'm multiplying here by 6. So I'm also going to multiply this by 6. So my answer is going to be 30. All right, I'll make a second video about the harder versions.